Here we have this beautiful 2019 all-new Porsche Cayenne. What's good about this new Cayenne, the 2019 model, look at those daytime running lights. You're like a quad DRLs, those are really good. Over here you got nice air vents, those seem to be real vents. The grille as well. And if you'll notice that the vents inside are actually closed, but they open up if you need more cooling, usually in the highway. Here you can see the badge, that's just a beautiful Porsche Stuttgart badge. This car has these beautiful 20-inch rims, and the tires come in 275, 45, 20. These are Bridgestone dualers, so beautiful SUV tires. Going around, you got your gas filler cap over here on the right side, the passenger side, and at the back you can see just how beautiful this Cayenne is. For this new model, the 2019 model, you can see that the Porsche logo are kind of hidden under that. So it's not here outside, it's under this acrylic or glass, I'm not sure. It looks really, really nice. To open up the Cayenne, first thing, we're gonna look at the keys. Sana abot ang 7.8 million mo. Well, unfortunately, hindi yan naabot sa keyless entry, and this is all you have. So you press this, the side mirrors flip out. But you don't have all those, touch things and pressing. You don't have all that. 7.8 million. What are you doing, Porsche? But that is all okay once you see the interior. Look at that beautiful interior. This looks like real leather. It feels like real leather. And even the headrests are nice and thick. Got almost infinite number of adjustments for your seats. You can even move your thigh support by holding this button, and that thing moves forward for longer legs. Over here at the side, got a beautiful sounding Bose sound system. You got huge cup holders here. It's not even a cup, you can put an entire bottle in there. You got nice, nicely finished in piano black. These are window switches. All four are automatic, of course. These switches are to move your side mirrors left and right, and they can also fold. Over here you got a 3-way power memory setting and your lock and unlock button. This also feels really solid. Okay, so stepping on in. Since this is a German car, we want to know first if the doors sound good. And I'm pretty sure it does. Sounds amazing. So first thing, in the Porsche, starting it, as long as you have the key in your pocket or inside the car, you don't have a push button, but you have this key looking thing. Step on the brake and you twist this once and one more time. There you go, fires right up. As you can see, the steering wheel moved back to my original position. To open up the AC over here at the center, just push this up. Very nice. So first thing you'll see here is just how big the screen is. That is just wide, and it's very sensitive. It is like a smartphone in terms of responsiveness. Over here you got your drive settings, normal, sport, individual. You can even change the chassis height. So you press that, high, low, and you'll actually hear the car move, and you'll even feel it too. You can go up high, the highest setting is terrain, and the lowest setting is low, and that is really low and actually quite uncomfortable. So in the highway, usually what my friend does, the owner of this car, he just leaves it in medium mode. You even have off-road settings. There you have on-road, gravel, mud, all that. You can also move your chassis height from there as well. And what's amazing is this top view. So you press that and you have like this simulated 360-degree camera kind of thing. As you can also see, you have your reverse camera here. And if you turn the steering wheel, it swivels with it. So let's go back out of this and back to home. Alright, here in the steering wheel, you're going to see that the Porsche steering wheel is just so beautiful, but it's so tiny for a car this size. You got your scroll wheel over here, which controls that one over there. That is a screen, by the way. On the right side, you have another scroll wheel, and you can move this. It's also a screen, but what's interesting is, look, if I scroll over there, it's actually your sat nav. So you got a sat nav screen over there, and you have one more here, which I forgot to show, and I'll show you now. That is just beautiful. Look at that, and it's very, very responsive. It's really like an iPhone, maybe just a tad bit slower than an iPhone. Anyway, going back, you got a nice tachometer in the middle. It's very sporty, very Porsche-like. All around the car, you have nice soft touch materials. I can't find a single spot here that is hard touch plastic. Okay, maybe the speaker cover, but that's forgivable. Everything else is so nice all around. Again, sana abot ang 7.8 million pesos mo. Definitely, I was expecting a sunroof, but we don't have one over here. Again, Porsche, what are you doing? Over here at the top, nice more piano black, but that's all fingerprint magnets, but that's fine. You got your light switches over there. You got this beautiful rear view mirror that is borderless. And we go to the piece de resistance. It's this center console. Just look how beautiful that is. First, your shift knob. So you just step on the brake, you press here like a conventional thing, then you push up, you go to reverse, you press that thing, then go one notch down, you go to neutral, then press and go all the way down, and that's drive. It even comes with manual mode. So what's interesting about this car is that the park switch here, if you have the car in this manual mode wherein the shifter is a bit tilted towards the left, you press the park, it automatically goes back to the center, and that's really, really cool. Over here, your volume, instead of a usual knob like that, you actually turn it up like this, and it's pretty cool. This one, although it's nice and beautiful, it is piano black, so it'll definitely have some fingerprints on it. But overall, you know, the feel of this thing, it's just really nice. So your sport button, this one changes your suspension settings on how stiff it is, and it's still tactile. If you press it, it just gives you this feel, this response that, hey, okay, you're clicking it. So even when you're driving on the road, you know you've been able to click it. Hazard lights, and of course your parking brake, your electronic parking brake. So that's down, and this is up. You have a center cubby here. You can put your phone in there. You got two big cup holders. You got a 12-volt socket, and over here at the center, if you lift this up, you got a big cubby over there with two USB ports, but this one is not cooled. So again, Porsche, what are you doing? Towards the side, the glove box, nice solid feel. It's also soft touch, and you open it. It's a good, decent size for this car. So over here at the back, the party continues. You have nice leather everywhere. Got 3 seat belts, of course, because this car is nice and wide. You can see 3 people in here. Over here at the center, got a nice big armrest, but my problem with this car is that the cup holders are in the center and it's not in front, so you can't put your arm there while having cups at the same time. So let's climb on in. Does the nice sounding doors continue to the back? They do. Those are very nice. Okay, legroom. Legroom is amazing with this car. Map pockets are pretty big. You got these Philippine Airlines air sickness bags, just in case. Don't forget, you can take those home, but not the life jackets, please. Over here at the side, you got this window switch. But what's interesting about this, since the window is currently in its closed position, you just pull it up again, and the automatic shade goes up. Press it down, and the shade goes down. Of course, it's 7.8 million. Since Porsche already cost cut it on the sunroof and the keyless entry, at least you have automatic sunshades. Over here at the back, you got 2 air vents, but you don't have another climate control. So this car only has dual zone, not tri-zone, not quad zone. I believe the quad zone was an option in some markets. Another 12-volt outlet and 2 USB ports. You got a weird cubby here, which I don't know what you're gonna put. In the center, this is pretty good. Like this center hump, it's high, but you can actually put your foot there because it's a bit big. And the foot space is actually quite, that's quite roomy. So 3 people in the back, no problem at all. So here at the back, the Cayenne is very beautiful. Over here you can see that there is a reverse camera. Then to open up the Cayenne, usual thing, just press here. Power tailgate. So when you first open up the Cayenne, what you'll see inside is that you have a parcel shelf, and this part is very long, but it's not that wide. Opening this up, and you're gonna see that it has this weird looking spare tire. This is the first time I've seen anything like that. And you have this Bose subwoofer setup. Put that down, nice metal step sill. And over here, what's cool about this Cayenne is that you can actually lower the ride height of the car if you want to load larger items at the back. You just press here, and you'll notice that the car is going down. Takes a while, but it goes down. Still going? Still going? Okay, we're good. Now that it's there, you can easily just lounge here at the back, enjoy your picnic. Close up the back, just press this. Takes a while again. It's closed. Now finally, I'm taller than the car. I'm taller than the Porsche Cayenne. Amazing. So to open up the hood of the Cayenne, you just grab the usual lever inside. Then over here, it's at the center, and you just push. And under the hood, you're greeted with this 3-liter V6 engine by Porsche, which makes 335 horsepower and 450 Newton meters of torque. Now you might think that the torque figures are pretty low compared to other diesel cars that are in the non-premium category. But remember, this is a gasoline engine, and it's not supposed to have really high torque numbers. Let's go and drive it. The 2019 all-new Porsche Cayenne. The first thing you'll notice with this car is how tiny the steering wheel is. So you'd expect a car this big. After all, this is a mid-sized SUV. But the steering wheel is like so tiny. This is like a kid's steering wheel. You know those small cars, electric cars that kids drive? This feels like that. Now, the second thing you'll notice with this car is just how maneuverable it is for a car this size. So right now I'm going around this corner, and you can just throw the car in the corner. Driving the Cayenne in the city, you'll notice that in the city it drives incredibly smooth. Potholes are evened out. Speed bumps, they're not exactly the most comfortable because of the air suspension, and it tends to like drop you at the last second, which is something common with most SUVs that have air suspension. So that's okay, we can forgive the Cayenne for that. But potholes, they're just so nice with this car. It doesn't even feel like an SUV. You can even compare this to an E-Class or an S-Class. It's that good. The Cayenne also gives you this nice high driving position. So the SUV craze started like in the early 2010s, and people started buying SUVs over sedans. And I can see why. With this Cayenne, you get to see everything in front of you. You have a nice high driving position, as if you're commanding the road. You sit higher than most cars. Visibility in this Porsche Cayenne, it's okay overall. In the front, where it matters the most, you got a nice big quarter panel. To your B and C pillars, you got a nice big window, but the problem comes from the C to the D pillars. There's only a tiny quarter panel there that you barely see anything out of. And couple that with this really tiny frameless rear view mirror, you can barely see anything out the back. Fortunately though, this car has a nice reverse camera. That reverse camera is very clear, it's nice and wide, and it even swivels as you turn the wheel. So parking this car is no chore at all. So acceleration in the Cayenne, wow, for an SUV, this is great. This car will not disappoint you. I wouldn't say it's as fast as something like a Boxer or any other dedicated sports car, or 911 of course, but this car, for an SUV, or not even for an SUV, compared to most sedans you can buy, this thing is fast.